Today we're going to do something a little different that we have been talking about doing for a little while. Instead of doing our own reviews of movies, we want to read other people's reviews off of Amazon. We're trying to pick movies that have really good ratings and then just go to the 1-star ratings and just read all of those reviews and see what these people had to say. There's some pretty ridiculous people out there. So for the first one, I wanted to do Beetlejuice.
Okay.
That's a Halloween classic. Like everyone's watched. I feel like everyone in a first world country has seen Beetlejuice. It's got on Amazon. It's got 4.8 out of 5 stars. So it's primarily great reviews. But of course, there's a couple people out there that weren't too happy with it and gave it a 1 star. The thing about these reviews though are a lot of them are very odd. Like some of them have nothing to do with the movie at all, and then some of them are just like I don't know. They're just funny. So I'm going to read you a couple of my favorite ones that I've read so far.
Okay.
The name of the review is Not Child Appropriate. I watched this as a kid in the theater. I have no recollection of a giant F-bomb in the middle of the movie. It would have certainly been a big deal for my parents, and I cannot see this getting past the rating police in the 80s. It makes me think that this must be an unedited version, which I think Amazon should have been aware of before they posted it. Not cool. So, you remember the F-bomb where he says it one time?
No.
Yeah, Beetlejuice, one time. He only says the F word one time in the movie, and he says nice, he's like living in that guy's little model.
Yeah.
And he says nice fucking model, and I think he kicks like one of the tombstones or something. And that's all he says. That's the one F-bomb in the whole movie. Which I will say, like, that is something like an F-bomb would not fly in a PG movie now.
No, not now.
But, I don't know, apparently, I wasn't around in the 80s, but according to her, like, it shouldn't have flown in the 80s either. But it's universal, almost every review is people complaining about the F-bomb.
Oh my god.
And it's like,
kids nowadays are going to hear so much worse than that, just on YouTube, much less one little movie.
Yeah, a lot of these videos made me feel like a bad parent, or a lot of these reviews made me feel like a bad parent, because, like, every single parent seemed to be appalled that, like, about things in this movie, and I'm like, I don't know, me and my kids have watched this movie like 30 times.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my kids heard me say worse stuff than that.
So, the next is a 1-star review that's called, the review is named Doesn't Age Well. I used to love this movie, however, after not watching it for years, I realized it doesn't age well. From little digs and verbal attacks on the gay character to themes of pedophilia and sexual assault on the woman of the film, it amazes me that only 30 years ago this was all considered okay, much less funny. Okay, so a lot of that stuff that they're talking about with like the pedophilia is like obviously he's trying to marry that teenage girl.
Yeah.
But things like that, it's like he is the bad guy. So like all the things that they're complaining about are like really coming from like the person that is the bad guy in the movie. So like nothing's really like, I don't know, to me anyway, nothing's really like off the table for like a bad guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that person seems like really too sensitive.
And especially as a kid watching this, like, they're not going to realize what's going on. They're just going to think it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like what my kids think. They just think Beetlejuice is like, being goofy, so. The next one is titled, again, F-bomb. It's a 1-star rating. It says, F-bomb makes an appearance when Beetlejuice does, not PG. I didn't see the F-bomb coming, and neither did our under 13 kids. We shut it down right then. But first off, that means that they made it like 20 minutes into the movie. But when Beetlejuice got handsy and looking under a skirt, that was our warning to turn it off. We missed the clue. Hopefully you won't. Wish I could return this movie. I bought it. And again, they're complaining about the bad guy in the movie being a bad guy.
Being a bad guy.
And it's like, well, I don't know what they're expecting from these movies.
Apparently bad guys are supposed to be nice.
Okay, here is my 2 favorites. Okay? This one, 1 star. I hope they enjoyed this. One of my very favorite movies of all time was ruined when I realized my ex and his fat ass flavor of the year cozied up and watched this on my dime. So I guess her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whoever it was, rented this with her account, and him and some other lady watched it on her dime, and now it makes it a 1-star review.
So that's just her own stupid fault.
I mean, I've seen a lot of the complaints in these reviews that are like people complaining about things like that, or like complaining that their internet's too slow.
So they're just gonna blame it on the movie?
Apparently. This one is a 1-star. Never even watched it. Granny clicked on this by mistake.
How could you have never watched Beetlejuice?
I don't know, but Granny clicked on it by mistake. And he took it out on Tim Burton, so. Alright, the title of this review is Lighthearted Fantasy Diversion. Okay. There's no serious moments, deep introspection, revelation, life reviews, insights into life's purpose, etc. It's a non-stop gimmicks, special effects, sight gags, visual fluff suitable for the younger set. And that's pretty much it. The rest of it is just him like explaining the plot of the movie. But he's upset that this movie is just like pretty much goofy fun. Like that there's not more to it.
I mean,
so this is, I don't know. That's just like the kind of pretentious person that like drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So that's not a review I can take serious. Okay, here's one that's gonna really confuse you. It's a 1-star rating. The title of the review is Beetlejuice. Great old time favorite. My grown daughter loved it, and now my toddler granddaughter does. 1 star. So basically, you see like the whole family loves this movie, but like for whatever reason, she thinks it deserves 1 star.
I don't know. Maybe it's being played on repeat too many times.
I don't know. I don't know. There's a couple of times in these comments that people seem to be confused on whether a 5-star is the best or a 1 star is the best. So I'm thinking that they were confused too. This one just is titled "Not Meant for Me," and the entire review is just the one word: gross.
I mean, it's a dark movie, but it's not gross.
Just gross. This one, bad language. Wow, not kid friendly at all. Had to turn it off within 15 minutes. Bad language. Can't believe I watched this as a kid. So, a lot of like people upset about the language, which outside of the F-bomb, like I don't really remember anything else, like any
I don't either.
cursing or anything in the movie. So I don't know what these people were watching. Okay, here's another one that's pretty great. It's just the title of the review is This childish movie isn't for children. Its view of the afterlife doesn't match mine, and I find it offensive. So a fictional world that Tim Burton has created does not match what you think happens in the real world. So like that gives it a 1 star. I just don't understand how you could be that upset. Like it's not like it's not even like a movie based in the real world. You know,
It's a comedy movie.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
some people just need to be smacked.
But I guess that's all the best ones I found for Beetlejuice. There's a little scene in It's Always Sunny where Dennis is talking about you can't like trust the online review because you don't know the person that's making the review.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that tells a lot about these 1-star reviews for Beetlejuice.
Yeah, some of these people just sound like idiots.
But I guess that's it for this time. Next time we'll be back for a few more. I'm going to try to do a couple more before Halloween. Right now we got Beetlejuice and we have a couple other ones that we're talking about doing. So I guess until next time.